Police officers, when was the last time someone you pulled over made you laugh, and why? I once transported a man who sang ABBA a whole 2-hour drive. I asked if he was on something in case I needed assistance walking him once we got there. He said, "No, if I have to be punished, so do you." So then we sang ABBA together. It was awful. While in field training, I was doing traffic stops with my partner. We stopped this one kid who I felt like I'd seen before, but he also happened to have a warrant. I said, "Hey man, I'm sorry, but it seems you have a warrant, and I will have to take you in today. Can you please step out?" He opened the door, glanced back at my partner, and hesitated momentarily. I saw him target glancing toward the parking lot across the street, so I asked, "You're not going to run on me, right?" And he said, "No, ma'am, not from you. I saw you at the gym." "But you'd run from my sergeant?" "Yeah, I saw him at McDonald's. A homeless guy in my city has a few mental issues. He's typically easy to deal with, so we normally leave him alone. But every now and then, he will do something that warrants an arrest, or a trip to the hospital for a mental health evaluation. When he realizes that he's about to be arrested, the very first thing he does is take off his clothes. This guy is about 5 feet 2 inches and has absolutely the largest penis any of us have ever seen. He will then run into the street and dance with his giant dong flopping everywhere while we try to take him into custody. He will even occasionally drop a poop during the process. Most of us officers who have some time will do anything to avoid him, or send the rookies to do the duty work. I remember it was about 10 or 11 at night. Not too early, but late enough that it was easy to catch speeders on the highway doing 30 to 40 over the limit. The speed limit was 90 kilometers per hour, and this vehicle was off in the distance, and I clocked him at a zoomy 70 kilometers per hour. I think to myself that the only reason the vehicle is driving slow is due to impairment. I'm figuring an easy impaired charge. After pulling the vehicle over, I approach the driver, shine my light in, and see a very elderly gentleman. He looked at me and said something along the lines of, "Why did you pull me over?" I know I wasn't speeding. I told him that I agreed with him, and after getting his license and vehicle reg, I told him I had pulled him over for going so slowly and that I was worried he was impaired. There were no visible indications or odor of impairment. He let out a big smile and said that he hadn't had a drink in over 40 years. Upon asking him why he was driving so slowly, when with very little traffic on the road, most vehicles speed, his response was this: "Son, it was my monthly model train meetup tonight, and it's the one night my wife lets me go out by myself." When you've been married for over 50 years, you appreciate the silence and private times. I'm in no rush to get back home.